of understanding the Surya Bhagavan. And after understanding that kind of Dampatis and how that Surya Bhagavan in all directions is settled down, that is in the east, Agneya, south, Nairuti, west, Vayavya, north, Isavya. In these directions, we have got Agni, Jataveda, Sahoja, Ajira, Prabhu, Vaiswanara, Naryapasa, Panktiradhascha, Vasarpi. So we have discussion on health. Next we are going to have. So the lords of the house where the Dampatis maintain fires. Actually, this Aruna Prashna talks about Aruna Ketuka Agni Homa and that particular Agni Chayana otherwise. So they try to arrange the Vedi in the form of a falcon, Supernosi, and in that context also. And in last, now we are in the mantra portion, then there comes the kalpa. So this Aruna Prashna is quite unique because there is the mantra and kalpa, that is theory and practice. And this is exactly what we are going to enjoy in this particular thing. So here, again, we have got that. And now we come to the Narakas. Because the Surya Bhagavan is Velugu, Kanti, Varchassu, and Tejassu, Bhrajassu, whatever word you want to use, all that is being recognized and represented by Surya. And not only the word Surya is, he is able to share the light to the world. And so Udeti, Astameti, Udeti, Astameti, that is how the nature of sun appearing to us. Whenever we say Udeti comes up, bringing the life of all people back to their bodies, back to their birth. And Astameti, then Adaya Astangachati. So this is exactly the main job which he is doing. And again, we have the Dikkugan. And even in the quarters, each quarter, Paramatma is there. So having known all about the Vishwarupam of Surya Bhagavan and making him a prayer like that, Disho Mithunam Mano Mithunagum Ridhvam Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Disho Mithunam Mano Mithunagum Ridhvam Ma Ridhvam. That is what we have got to notice here. Sir, O son, owing to the prayers that we are making, you please make us escape the calamities or difficulties and papams and all that, and please turn us. And we have got the mention of the Surya Lokas and Asurya Lokas. Surya Lokas are Punya Lokas. That is, there is light, all comforts are there. And there are other kinds of lokas called Asurya Lokas. And all the Asurya Lokas are pervaded by the pitch darkness. So that is what is a place for punishment. Because darkness is always negative. Darkness is always a pain and penury. Therefore, people don't want to be darker in that. So therefore, we have got the impression that we should be always in light and brilliance. And again in Shishavasya Upanishad, we have got Asurya Namate Lokaha, Andena Tamasavrataha, and into that people will be thrown out. So that's why Suryopasana is the most important practice, Anusthana Paddhati, mentioned for all brahmacharis, grihasthas, and vanaprastha and more. So long we breathe our life. Are you typing in the classroom? Yes. So long they breath their life, they are always couched with this kind of difficulty. And so the difficulty has got to be transformed. And therefore, we have in the next section of our study the problem with regard to the raka. Na, ra, ka. These are the two words, no? So ra is enjoyment. Ka is application of water, comfort, and food and all that. So na is the negation of a state like that. So where we are deprived of the normal comforts which we could afford. So it's called Naraka. It's a place of punishment. And Surya Bhagavan is responsible even for that. Therefore, we have the slokas like this. And in all directions, Narakas are there as much as. So directions are the only placements where you can expect always the kind of connections. So that's why we have Ekona Vimshako Adhyaya Anuvaka. The 19th Anuvaka in this text will have a discussion on the hells in the respective quarters, which are called Abhumis and Asuryas. Abhumi and Asurya means that is not at all a place of enjoyment. Bhumi is a place of enjoyment. Actually, if anybody wants to have enjoyment or suffering, it is only the best arena is the land. So land and people, but there is no that kind of double dvandvatvam elsewhere. That's why we have been having a lot of advisors from great persons like Krishna or Vidura or anybody. All scriptures tell us that we have to be away from that. Therefore, Surya Bhagavan is also one. In Manusmriti and in Parasara Smriti Grandhas also, we have the crime and punishment and Surya's intervention for this type of job. And for example, if a Brahmin means a devoted, dedicated human being, if he were to take to Tyaga, that's what we call sannyasa, then even Surya Bhagavan also gets scared about him. And normally Surya Loka is one which we have got to go, and beyond that is moksham and all that. So if he is able to take sannyas and observe all the sannyas dharmas, then he will be eligible for birthlessness too. That's why, because the tyage naike amrutatva manasuhu. In future we are going to get that nakarmana na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amrutatva manasuhu. Only by deserting the money contact or wealth or bhoga, then there is amrutatvam. That amrutatvam is again the immortality and emancipation. And another point we should remember in this context is talking about the importance of Surya and the hell or punishment or difficulties. We say that Sanyastam Brahmanam Društva Sthana Chalati Bhaskaraha Eshame Mandalam Bhitva Paroyati. So Parasara Smriti, I think so, will have a different regular wording, but I'm giving the gist when quoting it that Sanyastam Brahmanam Društva. If any Brahmin were to take sannyasa, a tyaga, and take a different course of life and style of life, Brahmanam Društva Bhaskaraha Sthana Chalati. Chalati and the vibrations. And why he has to respond like that? Yeshame Mandalam Bhitva. He is going to break or overseed my Mandalam, Aditya Mandalam, and go beyond my Mandalam and other lokas, where they will be having a more permanence and happiness and peace and etc. For example, as we see in Bhagavatam, this Dhruva. See, Dhruva, when he completed his term tenure upon the land, he has all that freedom to go to any loka or build a loka for himself, which we call as Dhruva Lokam. And it's a nakshatram, it's a star, Dhruva Nakshatra. So our Bhagavatam tells when Dhruva was just going up, and up, then Lakshmi told Narayana, what is this, Dhruva? You're just keeping quiet. He is even transiting our loka and going still higher than our loka. Then Vishnu, Narayana tells Lakshmi, Amma, this Dhruva is an exceptional fellow. And he can choose what loka he wants to stay, and that loka becomes a Dhruva loka. And because he's such a great, eminent bhakta. And so he did his all duties like that. Secondly, Dhruva is the only one person in Bhagavatam about whom we have been told that within the 5 months of tapas, Narayana appeared before him and fulfilled his wants and made him to continue as a Maharaja, as an emperor for good time and be doing good for all people. That's why Dhruva Nakshatram. So Dhruva is a star, Dhruva is a loka. Why I am telling all this is that Surya Bhagavan is one responsible for either thing. And unless Surya permission is there, one cannot rise higher and higher because he has got that Visarpina Upadishyasya Sthane Swatejasa Bhani. So Visarpinaha, he is also called as a Visarpin, that is trying to move about, crawl about, and go on all places. So that's why it is why it was told like that. Now let us go to the next text, that is the Anuvakam, where Narakavati Naravati Ko Upadhana Mantra. So Upadhana Mantra, the mantras for Upadhana, just like that. Now I am reading. Oh, you can repeat after me, sir. Om Dakshina Purvasyam Disya Visarpi Narakaha Tasman Paripahi Dakshina Parasyam Disya Visarpi Narakaha Tasman Paripahi Uttara Purvasyam Disya Visarpshadi Narakaha Tasman Paripahi Uttaraparasyam Disya Vishadi Narakaha Tasman Paripahi Yasman Paripahi. Then Ayasmin Sapta Vasava Indriyani Satakrata Vidyete. Then we have got next prayer, Indra Ghoshavaha. Indra Ghosha, we remember the roar or cry or sound or help of Indra. Now you observe Narakaha Paripahi. These are the two words you have to catch here. There is Naraka, from which Surya Bhagavan has to take an absolute care. Paripahi is a beautiful verb in Sanskrit, meaning Pahi Paritaha. Paritaha means all round. No corner, no aspect should be kept unattended or unprotected by Surya Bhagavan. So Narakat Pahi, Tasmat Narakat Pahi. And where is it being spreading means Dakshina Purva, Disi, Visarpi. Naraka is Visarpi. Sarpa, Sarpi is also a kind of disease. Which people cannot survive normally, because the entire body will be gripped by the skin infection. I think so, I don't know. So Sarpi bandindi vachindi antar. Appudu aa Sarpini pogodukodam not easy. That means it keeps on spreading the whole entire body and ruins the skin, and which means that so a lot of itching, a lot of problem, a lot of fuss, I don't know. That's a wonderful, definite, deadly disease. So let me say that it is spreading, stretching, infectious and all that. So where is that? Dakshina Purvasyam. So Dakshina is a dik, Purva and Paschima, Para. These are the two. So Purva and Para means beginning from Dakshina proper, the south proper, and towards the other, both directions it will be spreading. The Naraka's influence onslaught is there. So in the Agneya subquarter, which is between the south and east, there is hell by name Visarpi. The name of the Naraka is called Visarpi Naraka. That is, it remaining not constant, it will be keeping on spreading. So Surya Bhagavan is asked to protect. Moreover, Dakshina Dik is the Nirruti Dik. Nirruti is the goddess of night. Nirruti is the negative god. Nirruti is the killer. So there is a different, that's why Nairuti Dikku is called Dakshina. And moreover, all dead people have got to go to Dakshinam. Therefore, Dakshina is the south direction is also positive and negative. Every direction is positive and negative, but more negative is Dakshinam. And so here you observe there is one that in the Nirruti is there in the south and Avisarpi. So that's why Purvasyam, Dakshina Parasyam, this Avisarpi Narakaha. So Avisarpi Narakaha and Visarpi Narakaha. From that, please try to protect me. So one name called Visarpi Naraka, and another name Avisarpi. So let us, you please protect us from this and that hell, and therefore we are making a prayer that, and that is called Isanya quarter. And next we have got another one is called Uttara Purvasyam Disivishadi Narakaha Tasman Paripahi, and Uttara Parasyam Disavishadi Avishadi Narakaha Tasman Paripahi. So the Vayavya quarter, we have got also the placement of Narakas, and one positive and another hell. So there is a hell called Avishadi Naraka there, and please protect me from that. So here we have got we have got the Narakas, and we are requesting the Paramatma, Vasu, Vasavas, and all people in the next one to also add to Surya's strength to keep us away from that. Otherwise, he has to give a bypass from those hells, but go to the Punya Lokas. So Punya Krut Punya Masnute, Punya Lokam Gachati, Shubhakrokam Gachati, Apunya Krutu Papinaha, Ashubhalokam Gachanti. This is what is the formula told in our scriptures, that if we are that because Lokam cha Punya Papanam, the world is as the opportunities, either you can do good or bad. You, however you are, you can always be like that. Therefore, in Bhagavatam, we are told that there are 28 Narakas, and the names of all the Narakas are also mentioned, and they are also in Paryaya way tell that Abhumayaha, not worthy for inhabitation. So Bhumi, Abhumi. Bhumi is a place of enjoyment and opportunities. Suvarna Pushpa Urvi Chinvanti Purushastrayaha. Then the next one is called as the Abhumi, Abhumayaha. They are all called, they are filled with pitch darkness. Idamandham tamakrutsnam basbam. Idamandham tamakrutsnam jayeta bhuvanatrayam. Dandin says, if there were not to be light, if there not be Surya Bhagavan, if there were not to be light, knowledge, all would have been absolutely stupids. And that knowledge makes us to get rid of the stupidity. Moha, Kama, Krodha, and all that. That's exactly what our Acharya Shankara, whose birthday celebrations we are doing in about 2 days from today. Today is Akshatritiya, Panchami, Vaishakha Suddha Panchami. He is born. So what he has said, he tried to tell us that everybody born here will be like Mudha. Mudha jahihi dhanagama trushnam. So in Bhagavad Govinda Stotram, he has given the essence of all Vedantic teachings. And he continuously tells all people as Mudhas, and by remembering and the name of God, then he will become a removal from Mudhatvam. Say Bhajagovindam, 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 Mudhamate, Samprapte, Sannihite Kali, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukurankarane. So Samprapta and Sannihita is the Kala, is a time which Mudha does not be aware. Something like this Zoom nowadays, 40 minutes free. And if you don't, just about to close, that Zoom wala will give us indication. Less than 1 minute, it will go. So if you don't care that, if whatever be your talk or action, it will just disappear. Therefore, that is what is Yama there. So 40 minutes ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ we have got that kind of light. And again, another thing is this adharma, this abhumi people go, those who are fond of dharma and practice only adharma. So these kind of people are there, and we are going to get much about their nature in the next session. So here, Vishadi Narakaha, Paripahi, Uttarasyam, Disi Vishadi Naraka, Avishadi, Vishadi. So Avisarpi, Avisarpi Narakaha, Tasman na Paripahi, Saptavasavaha, Yasmin Indriyani, Shatakratau iti ete a. So Yasmin Indra, in this, the Vasavaha, the Vasus are there, in this particular, there are two mantras, Ayasmin Saptavasavaha, Indriyani Satakrataviti. These two mantras have already occurred in the previous portions. We have tried to explain them, but Indrambo Vishwavisarpisi, in that paragraph, you get this mantra fully. And so we have got also the protective Paramatma present there. And now let's go to the next session. Disya Abhishtaka Upadhana Mantraha. So now we go on with the mantras connected to the Ishtakas. Then we will be really benefited. So the mantras read like that, because for every difficulty to get that solved, we have to look for the help of the Paramatma or God. Indra Ghosha vo vasubhih purastatu upadadhatam manojavasova pitrubhi dakshinata upadadhatam prachetavo rudraihi paschadupadatam vishwakarmava adityairutarata upadadhatam tvashtavo rupaihi uparishtadupadadhatam sangnanam paschaditi. Iti, you understand the word iti? That is sangnanam paschaditi. When it comes to that, it is again a matter of quotation ending there. Then please read that.
Indraghosha vasubihi purastad upadatham manojavaso vah putrubihi dakshinataha upadartham prachota rutraih pascha upadatatham vishwakarma va aditya ruttarata upadadatham tvasthavo rupairuparisthat upadadatham Sanjnanam va paschaditi.
Here you got notice the word upadadhatam. Upadadata means they serve you, they sustain you. And these deities are there placed, and they have got to be supportive to Lord Surya Bhagavan. Here, Indra Ghosha, Vaha is you, Vasubhihi Purastat Upadadatam. Indra Ghosha, that is Indra and Ghosha. They are here the Jaladevatas are also brought into picture, and at eastern quarter, Indra and Ghosha joined with the Vasus protect you, support you, Upadadatam. And at other directions, then Mano Javasovaha Pitrubhihi Dakshinata Upadadatam. Purastat is north, east, and Dakshinataha from the southern directionally. Who are the gods mentioned here? That is Manojava Devatas, Pitrubhihi along with the Pitrus. So the Manojava Devatas and Pitru Devatas gather together and render service to you. So Pitru Admele Devatagal Akbirtare, they turn to be gods, and therefore Manojavasa means among gods there is a classification that is being given here in Aruna Prashna later on. But in Vedic mythology, the characterization of mythology is little different. But in Rigveda, but later on, the details regarding the gods have improved much, and stature also got changed, and therefore that we have got to, that's why the Vedic mythology is said to be a changing mythology. It's not a constant one. So the Manojavasaha Pitrubhihi Dakshinatu Bhadatam. Next we have got Prachetaha Vaha Rudrai Pracheta. Third line. Prachetaha Rudraihi Upadatam. Pracheta is Varuna. So Pracheta is the Varuna Devata, and then Rudra, both of them to stand support for you. Next we have got Vishwakarma Adityaihi. Then we have got Vishwakarma together with the group of Adityas render service to you. And above you, the deity Twashtar, the Brahma. Twashtar is a Brahma, Rupa Anidate, and together with other deities known in different forms, they too render service to you. Then, ultimately, what is to be guiding you is Sangnanam Vaha Paschat Upadadatam. So, Twashta Rupaihi and Vishwakarma Adityaihi, Prachetaha Rudraihi, Manojavasaha Pitrubhihi, Indra Ghosha Vasubhihi, Indra, all of these must be protective and supporting you, O Surya Bhagavan. Then, ultimately, the real knowledge, what is the Sangnanam? We have got the Gnanam, Pragnanam, Vignanam, Sugnanam, and ultimate is the Sangnanam, wisdom. So the wisdom itself, the ability to cognize things, the knowledge of cognizance, that is Paramatma, and that kind of real knowledge, that is Vedantic knowledge, far superior, should also add to the strengthening of you, O Surya Bhagavan or O Agni. That's what. So when once we are redeemed from them, then we are going to have some benefit. The prayer is with the intention that there should be a mutual support and cooperation of several other deities for all-round service to the Apo Devatas from all quarters. So actually, as water in man in great percentage available, so also in the heaven in greater percentage, all sorts of water also is available. because we get water, you get water from the sky. And that's a Parjanyo Varshati, remember? Parjanyo Varshati, Parjanye Noshadhi Vanaspatayaha, Parjanyena Annam, Annat Prajaha. So Parjanyena Annam. So you get the Annam because of the Parjanya Devata. And therefore, so and also we have got whatever water is available anywhere, any and everywhere in Lokas, the original placement of the Apo Devatas are in Surya. So in Surya, Agni is there, heat is there, energy is there. And in Surya, there is coolness, there is snow, there is water and all that. So good and all Dvandvas get admixed in Aditya Mandala in Surya. That's why we have got in Lalita Sahasranamam beautiful complement. That's what Bhanumandala Madhyastha Yaina Namaha. So, and Aruna Kaustumbha. No, another point is that is Taruna Aditya Patala Yaina Namaha. ఈ రెండు నామాలు తీసుకోండి ఎంత పవర్ఫుల్గా ఉందో. తరుణాదిత్య పాటలాయై నమో నమః. అమ్మవారు లలితా పరమేశ్వరి అక్షతృతీయ వాళ్ళ నిన్ననే శుక్రవారం అయిపోయింది. అమ్మవారు ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే ఇలా ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పి లలిత సహస్రనామంలో మనకి ఇండికేషన్ హయగ్రీవ మహర్షి ఇచ్చాడు. ఎట్లుంటుందంటే తరుణాదిత్య పాటలాయై నమః. శ్రీ తరుణాదిత్య ఈజ్ అరుణ. ఈ Aruna Prashna we are reading now, that how will it be Patala Varna, that is crimson color. And that is, you can see sun disk, sun globe directly with your naked eye. Then once he becomes powerful on further, you cannot see sun directly. So Surya Bhagavan becomes a Martanda, so highly powerful. Like that, we have that kind of support. And another thing is that Bhanumandala Madhyastha means so Devi takes the cool and hot both factors from Surya Bhagavan, and she will be representative of Surya. Suryavat Bhati, Surya Bhati, Suryavat Bhati. So Chandravat Karunamayi, Chandravat. So like that, we have got that Vat Sabda in Sanskrit, equating the power or brilliance equal to that of the standard powers. Therefore, Upadadhatatam means we are requesting. Upadadatam is imperative second person singular, meaning may they sustain or serve you. And even Prachetas also brought into picture. That is very clear. And ultimately, what is to be guiding you is Gnanam. So Sangnanam is the highest realm of knowledge. And we have got in Ajurveda also mantras with which offerings are being done for the Aruna, for the Agni inside, we're making the divisions of the Gnana sections. So Gnanam is a universal general term, knowledge. But that knowledge has got to have different layers and divisions and power exerted and so on. So Paschat Sangnanam Vaha. So the quotation truthful knowledge would always stay with them as a support. So knowledge will be a strong backdrop to us too. So without knowledge, nobody is happy. Nobody can be safe. Knowledge is safety. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is danger. Ignorance ruins us. And it is no excuse at all. Knowledge is support. Ignorance is no excuse. So that's why here it is the statement is, you have got that knowledge is given that Sangnanam it paschat vaha iti. And again we are getting the beautiful truth. Adityaha sarvogni prothivyam vayurantarikshe suryo divi Chandrama dikshu nakshatrani swaloke eva hi agni eva hi vayo eva hi indra eva hi pushan eva hi deva. It's a beautiful statement. You observe that you are getting Vishwakarma, no, Adityaha Sarvo Agni Pruthivyam. All that fire, Agni, related to sun, staying upon the earth, is Aditya only, and all that is there in Aditya in order to render happiness to people upon the people living in different lokas. So Anandam ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది అంటే ఆ సూర్య భగవాను నుంచి ఆనందం. సూర్య ఉన్నాడు అంటే భయం లేదు, రోగం లేదు, సంతోషం అండ్ ఉత్సాహం. అండ్ ఉన్న రోగం ఏమన్నా ఉంటే, డిఫికల్టీ ఉంటే అది సాల్వ్ అయిపోతుంది. పొద్దున్న చూస్తానులేండి, ఇప్పుడు పడుకోండి అంటారు. నైట్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ వరీయింగ్, దెన్ సంబడి విల్ సే, ఓ నాಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ఈ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ, పొద్దున్నే చూస్తాము, అప్పుడు ఎనర్జీస్ విల్ బికమ్ ఫ్రెష్ అగైన్. బికాస్ సూర్య భగవాన్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ ఈస్ కాంప్లిమెంటెడ్. సద్యో జాతం ప్రపద్యామి సద్యో జాతాయ వై నమో నమః. When he is a Sadhyo Jata, every time born fresh, everybody getting up from bed in the morning is fresh. Like that, he is also Sadhyo Jatam Prapadyami. Then he becomes Prapadyami Sadhyo Jataya Vai Namo Namah Bhave, Abhave, Ati Bhave. Anta danlo vastund. Bhavamu, Ati Bhavamu, Abhavamu. Like that it goes on. For all that kind of folds, most important thing is Sangnanam. And ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರ, ಅಗ್ನಿ ಪೃಥಿವ್ಯಾಂ ಸರ್ವಃ. ಏನು ಅಗ್ನಿ is energy, ಅಗ್ನಿ is activity, ಅಗ್ನಿ is force, ಅಗ್ನಿ is a weapon, ಅಗ್ನಿ is what not. So if you see, for example, if your tiger is coming running towards you, supposing you show a firebrand, then the tiger becomes dull, it will go away. Not because it is afraid of you, but it is afraid of the fire. So ಬೆಂಕಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಭಯ. ಯಾರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಭಯಕಾರಕರು. ಬೆಂಕಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪವರ್. ಅಗ್ನಿ is a power. That's why we say Agnirmanavakaha. The boy is fire. Means that he is highly energetic, powerful, active, and all that. So because Sarva Agnihi Prithiviyam Yaha Asti, say whatever power, whatever number of rays are there of Aditya flowing down upon the ground, for example, they are all useful. That's why we have got naming like alpha ray, beta ray, theta ray, geta, and then X-ray, and then we have got that Ama ray. So all the rays are Agni. All the rays are also cool, moisture. Because of the presence of moisture in the sun's rays, we are able to move in sunlight. Whatever be the head, whatever is the heat. If it is heat, if the heat is more, you will take an umbrella, some shade and go. Or if you are not having umbrella, if there are trees intermittently, you run from one tree to the other tree and take shelter. As I was doing when I was a boy going to Sai Baba school, pakka light, sun, about 10. So then what I used to do, or anybody would do, we had not so much luxury to have footwear. And we are 10 children, 8 children. So father may not sometimes afford to give you all good footwear. So what you do is go to school, finished. So you travel from shade to shade until you reach your school. That's what my experience I'm quoting, but people will have different experiences. Because ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೀಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟ್ರೀ ತನಕ ಬಿಸಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಬರ್ನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲು. Again, when you go to the shade for a while, Again, the call, the leg becomes, feet becomes cool, start walking. So this is with majlis, we call it intermittently. We used to read that. And moreover, there are so many trees, plenty of trees now, and thereby the heat was not much felt like that. So because Aditya Sarvogni Prithivyam, whatever heat, whatever power, whatever kind of meaningful rays that Paramatma Surya Bhagavan had, all that is being used upon the land. All scientists, all researchers, all investigators, all people are only on the ground because they want to discover the nature. They want to. That's what Einstein told. Whatever I have discovered, whatever I found out is only a discovery. And holding a pebble in his hand, he says, what I have discovered in the nature is not even anywhere nearer to the pebble that I'm holding in the seashore, where there's so much to be explored by people taking birth from generation to generation. Therefore, we have got Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Sutras, Ramayana, epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, then various granthas, so many languages, because of great thinkers, writers, philosophers, etc. Therefore, Adityaha Sarvo Agni Prithivyam. And who is the next person who can control the air, mid-air, Antariksha, Vayu, Antarikshe? See, Vayu is there. He is again another one of the three Veda Trimurtis, Agni, Vayu, and Surya. They are said to be the Vedic Trinity. And Puranic Trinity is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheswaras. So Agni is Brahma, and Vishnu is Vayu, and Maheswara is Surya Bhagavan. Like that in Aruna Prashna also, that idea is confirmed. Tamro Aruna Uta Babru Sumangalaha. So Sumangalaha, Babruhu, Tamra is all Surya Bhagavan. Like that, Aditya Sarvogni Prithivyam Vayurantarikshe and Suryo Divi. Surya Bhagavan is there in the sky, who is controlling the entire life and structure and greatness and pass of time, etc. That's why in Surya Mandala, in Surya Suktam also, this mantra will come, and Saura, that is called Mahasauram. And I have explained this particular mantra in my April issue paper. I mean, Vedana Sarit Bulletin. It is there in our website. You can just visit that paper, and the very opening mantra which I have taken for connotation is this mantra, Vayurantarikshe Suryo Divi. So Surya Bhagavan is occupying the Surya Loka or Juloka. From that extent, he will be protecting us. So Surya Swarloka. So in these respective seasons, and Chandrama Dikshu. So Chandrama Dikshu, Chandra, the moon, has taken his presence in the respective quarters. It's all called Upada Dhatu, means they're all rendering service. See, Upada Dhatu, I already come across the word, that is, sun is doing his service from the heaven. Vayu is doing his service to mankind and lokas from Antariksha Loka. And Agni is doing. So Agni, these Europeans classify Agni as a terrestrial god, and this Vayu as the atmospheric god or mid-air god, and Surya Bhagavan as the heavenly god. So mainly they have made three categories: terrestrial and atmospheric and all that. Again, there is another kind of division given by Bloomfield or so. He says called transparent gods, translucent gods, and opaque gods. So this is how the classification of the gods keep going. And however it is, your Taittiriya Aranyaka Upanishadkara, Aranyakakara has given us in brief, in general, who are the guardians, who are responsible, holding that particular region management, plus helping people upon the ground to get all the benefit. Therefore, activity is brought from the previous passage that all people are benefited because of these three deities. And Suryo, Divi, Chandrama, and Nakshatrani Swaloke. So when the most important large regions like Earth, mid-air, and Akasha has been occupied by these three deities, what about the other chota-mota people like nakshatras? So Swaloka means they have created their own loka, their own region. So therefore nakshatra loka it is called as. So anybody who has made some rank and ranking or some fame and name, they become stars. Once upon a time, when cinema was introduced, only some people strove hard to become stars. They're called stars. But now things have changed. But then because Bahulyata has developed, even then nakshatras also like that. There are so many Yama nakshatrani, Surya nakshatrani, all nakshatras, so many. That's why you all get much information regarding the nakshatras from the Nakshatra Sukta of the Rig Veda. What is nakshatra? Na chatihi. Chati means nasha. So na means negation. So where the nakshatras are constant luminary bodies, light, they always emit and send their light to the regions, more so earth, but very slow. But nakshatra are so obedient to Surya Bhagavan, as we have understood earlier, that in the moment Surya appears on the horizon, nakshatras become dull, they don't appear at all, they hide. So the nakshatras hide in the sky, though they are 24 hours present, constantly present, they are not visible when sun is there, but moon is there visible because moon is a very cooperative person with the stars. Therefore, so generally we say that Dhruva is a nakshatra, Arundhati is a nakshatra, and Vasishtha is a nakshatra. So like that, some names we are able to note about the nakshatras. So all nakshatras have got their own lokas. That's what is called nakshatra loka. Even Dhruva has made his own loka called Dhruva Nakshatra. As I told, nobody could stop Dhruva when he is rising up, even going beyond the Vaikuntham. When Lakshmi asked, why are you allowing Dhruva to go higher up? Then Narayana told, no, ma, he is a great bhakta, as you know. We cannot put any ceiling for his journey. Let him stop where he wants to stop and build his own nation, build his own area or region. So that's what Narayana told. Accordingly, Dhruva Nakshatra, Dhruva region, all Dhruva Loka is all that, because Dhruvam te Raja, Dhruvam te. So even Ashirvada for Dampatis, when they make it, Dhruvam te Rastram, Dhruvam Dharayatam. That Dhruva Shabdam is being repeatedly told that things, whatever of fame and name, must be of long standing, one established in the globe as long as the globe exists. Yavat tigrayah parvatascha ime. So as long as the mountains and giris are there, mountains and nadis and all that exist upon the land, so long Ramayanam loke pratarishyati. That was a promise given by. So till then Ramayana will be live. You cannot make Ramayana dull or anything like that. So like that, here also we have got a beautiful analytical administrative assignments given in the world, which is a very wide one. So we understand Surya occupied Earth, Surya is Agni. Agni occupied Earth, and Vayu Antariksha, Surya. The Aditya and Surya, you understand, you should make a difference in that. Surya is the emanated power from Aditya, the source power of all the other gods. Arogo, Bhraja, Patara, Patanga, Swarnaro, Jyotishi, Manna, Vibhasa, Te Asmai, Sarve, Divamata, Panti. You just recapitulate that these Ashta Suryaha, Ashtau Suryaha, and Ashtau Suryaha, and all these Ashta Suryas are getting their energy, light, splendoru, radiance, etc. from Surya, Kashyapa, Advaita, Surya. So from Kashyapa Maharshi, they got all this information. And what is their main job in the world? What is the assignment? What is the campus selection for them? Then the selection is this, that they have to Papa Nirghranti Sarvada Rodhasyorantardeseshu. So Papa Nirghranti. Papa is sin, difficulty, calamity, and Upadrava. Everything is Papa. That's what we find in Sahanyasam. They say the Upadravaja dosha. So Togasthegatai Sarvapapai Pramuchate, the list kotbettu Sarpaswavadaskarahat Upadravat Upaghatat Sarve Jwalantam Pasyantu. Who is that Jwalantam? Surya Bhagavan. Who is that Surya Bhagavan? Aditya. Who is that Aditya? Rudra. So Rudra is everywhere, giving light, luster, power, executional section, things, all that to them. Therefore, Vayu, Surya, Indra, Nakshatrani, and these three Vakyas, Eva hi Eva, Eva hi Agne, Eva hi Vayo, Eva hi Indra, Eva hi Pushan, Eva hi Deva, is a wonderful universal statement saying that confirmation top. Because Eva hi, it is like that only. Eva hi Eva, Eva hi Eva. That is Eva, Eva, 2 times repeated. And in between, there is a sandwiching of he sabda. He means indeed, verily, undoubtedly, unambiguously, no ambiguity, no doubting. When Veda says, said only. You have no revision. That's why all Veda mantras, Vedic statements are regarded as Prabhu Samhitas, Rajagna, by order, government order. So nobody can challenge it immediately. So what government thinks, that only takes place. That's why Eva hi Eva, beginning. Then Agne Eva hi, Vayo Eva hi, Indra Vayo Eva hi, Bhushan Eva hi, Devaha, in general, all gods put into the group, because already we have been told in Aruna Prashna, whatever divine luminary bodies are there, they are all mainly divided into 2 parts. Devascha Mahadevaha, Devaha Mahadevaha, Devascha Garagiraha, Vaidyuto Hinasti. So look at it. So Devahi Deva, Devatakale, Devatakale. So like that, Aruna Prashna is such a book or such a thing where you are getting answers earlier or in the middle or after. See that you are not left with any doubt. Because Krishna already told us, Samsayatma Vinasyati. You will be confused and you will be unhappy, you will be gripped by fear if you have got samsayas in you. But samsaya chedana is there in our scriptures. You have no questions. If you have questions, you have answers also. That generally it said where there is a problem, there is also solution. No problem is without solution. No solution is without a problem. So this is how the world is going on. So with this statement addressing Agni, Vayu, Indra, and Pushan, and Devas in general. So addressing all these great gods who are all the devotees and devotees of desires, and they are all getting their desires fulfilled or their work being executed appropriately and there is no outlet for that, but they have been given the responsibility of discharging activities and they are respectively doing, and that this will continue next session when we meet. Om Swasti. Sahana
Om
Bhavatu.
Sahata